What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? We are back. Happy Thursday. We are back to talk about Big Brother. When I say we are back, if you're a member on my other channel, y'all know we already went live and members only earlier today. But everybody else is the first time y'all seeing me today. So we are here to talk about Big Brother, the last 3 episodes. Let me give y'all a reason. Well, part of the reason why y'all haven't gotten Big Brother is because I haven't been here. Stuff been going on. The other reason is part of it is y'all. I've been getting spoiler alerts and clips and stuff like that on TikTok and other places. So it's kind of tainted my conversation because I know stuff before they've shown it and that kind of thing. So I haven't seen any spoilers. I was on TikTok this morning and I came across, they were like, spoiler for tonight. I was like, nope. And I kept on scrolling. I do not want to know what's going on. But let me talk a little bit about what we do know. First of all, another reason why I haven't really been coming down here is because let me know when they start playing Big Brother. Somebody let me know when they start playing Big Brother. I was talking to El Teddy earlier today, and he was saying that maybe part of the reason why people aren't really playing Big Brother is because of the playback situation on the night of eviction, where you have 3 people up, and it's harder to backdoor people, right? It makes it harder to backdoor somebody because you backdoor somebody, they can always play back in. But here's what I say to all of that. This is a game you signed up for. Just like anything else, it doesn't always stay the same. If Big Brother has figured out a way to eliminate the back door, which I do think they started. That's kind of what this playback in option is about, is that it forces the HOH to stir the pot a little bit more, and it eliminates that back door. Because let me tell you something, I was getting sick of the back door. Because instead of using the back door as a strategic tool, people were using it all the time because, again, people didn't want to get their hands dirty. Oh, I don't want to know Rachel. I don't want Rachel to know that I'm really coming for her because she could always win the veto and take herself off the block. And then I'm going to be a target. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to nominate 2 pawns who I really don't want to go home. And then if one of them takes themselves off the block, then I can nominate Rachel and she can't do anything about it. Well, now they've eliminated that. Now you have to nominate 3 people, and all 3 of those people have 2 opportunities to take themselves off the block. So when you put somebody up on the block, you better mean it. Now, the problem with that is in these earlier weeks, people are playing pussy. People are playing pussy. Okay? You had Jimmy as the HOH talking all that smack. Oh my goodness, he was talking all that smack only to get HOH. And the only big move you made was Keanu. And let's be clear, that really wasn't even a big move because nobody in the house likes Keanu. Now, when you weren't HOH, you was talking all that shit about Rachel. Oh, that's who we need to get out of here. Oh my goodness, what are they doing? Why aren't they looking at Rachel? Why isn't Rachel a target? We got to get her out of here. And you became HOH, and now all of a sudden, I'm trying to work with Rachel. But last week, when you wasn't HOH, you was on the sidelines talking all that shit. And I understand in the Big Brother house, people do build relationships that we don't always see. I understand that. But again, you still didn't make any big swings. You didn't go for any threats. Again, when you weren't HOH, you was talking about the boys. We got to break up the boys. We got to get these boys out of here. We got to take care of these boys. We got to get these threats out of here. And you put up Zay, who was your target. You put up Keanu. I'm sorry, you didn't put up Zay. Jimmy didn't put up Zay. Did Jimmy put up Zay? Shit, now I can't even remember who put up who. No, Jimmy didn't put up Zay. You didn't put up Zach. You didn't put up who's the other guy that be working out with them? Zach, Keanu, it was Zay. It was somebody, it's somebody else. You didn't put none of them up. You put up Keanu, but again, everybody in the house is irritated with Keanu. So that ain't no flex. That ain't no flex. Like, it's not a flex to put somebody up, even if they're a threat that nobody's gonna get mad at you about. So anyway, last week's episode where we left off was a live eviction. So we had Kelly on the block, Adrian on the block, Will on the block. No, not Kelly. Amy, sorry. Amy, Adrian, and Will. And again, 2 out of those 3 nominations were people that nobody was going to get mad about Will. Nobody was going to get mad about Amy. And honestly, nobody's really going to get mad about Adrian. Adrian wins to take himself off the block. So now it's down to Will and now it's down to Amy. And here we go with this bullshit that I hate. Now it has to be a unanimous vote. Why? Why did everybody vote to evict Amy? I'm gonna tell you something. If it's me, and maybe that's why I'm too sensitive for these games. If it's me, I feel some kind of way, Rachel. If I'm Amy, I feel some kind of way because here's the reason why. It doesn't matter. You are my friend. You were my first alliance. We bonded over being mothers. I don't understand this whole it has to be unanimous. If you have the votes, you have the votes. So you sitting here boohoo crying, you're so hurt about it. And right, they said vote for Amy because she didn't have the votes to save Amy. She told them to vote for Amy because she didn't have the votes. Because remember what she said the week before she was like, if I want to save Amy, if I say Amy's going to stay, Amy's going to stay. She said that when Jimmy put Amy on the block. Remember? She was all Billy Badass until she realized she didn't have as much clout as she thought she had in the house. And she realized she didn't have the votes. So then it was like, well, just vote for Amy. Y'all vote to send Amy home. Because now I guess you don't want to piss off Jimmy. Who cares about pissing off Jimmy? If you miss Billy Badass that you act like a minute ago, it was, do they know who they're playing with? If I say Amy stays, Amy's going to stay. Now here it is, eviction night. And when I saw that Rachel didn't even vote for Amy, I said, what? Like, again, I get it. I understand not having the votes, but I'm still going to give my homie the vote. Even if I know it's a losing battle, I'm going to give my homie the vote. Then let's get to the head of household, okay? Because Amy goes home. Child, they said Amy quit her job of 20 years to go on Big Brother, to be on there for 2 weeks. Let me tell you something. I've always asked myself that question. What types of jobs do these people have that they can just be in the Big Brother house for an unlimited amount of time? Like, it's not like they know how long they're going to be there. It's not like they know, okay, I have enough PTO, or let me talk to my boss and they give me a month off, or I've been saving up my vacation time. Like, you don't know how long you're going to be there. Like, literally, if you're there from beginning to end, you're in that house like 2 months. You don't know how long you're going to be there. So I just hope that her boss takes her back. I mean, she's been working there for 20 years. And if she was upfront with her boss about it, like, I just hope that, I don't know. Anyway, moving right along. So let's get to Sunday night's episode. Now, let me tell y'all why y'all didn't get a review Sunday night. Because when I went to go watch Sunday night's episode, it was that Friday night bullshit that they're doing with Derek and what's the face? And I don't want to watch that shit. So I had to wait until my DVR, because for whatever reason, my DVR didn't pick up Sunday's episode. So I didn't even see Sunday's episode till Monday. So anyway, so let's get to Sunday night's episode. So we have the power of the HOH. I don't even want to get into all the ins and outs, child. Lauren won HOH, right? Let me say this. Let me say this. If you're not ready to be HOH, don't fucking win HOH. If you are not ready to make the hard decisions and make a move, hold on. Because let's be clear, Lauren. You could have thrown it to Mickey, and again, I don't know what anybody will do at this point because I thought Jimmy would be making hard decisions, and he clearly wasn't ready to do that. So I don't know what Mickey would or would not do. But Lauren, girl, it came down to you and Mickey. If you didn't really want to be HOH, girl, you could have just thrown it. You clearly knew what the right answer was. You could have thrown it, but when it was still 10 people playing. You could have thrown it when it was 5 people playing. You could have thrown, because let me be clear. I believe Ava threw that. Ava threw it. Everybody had the right answer except for you. And your reason for not knowing the right answer is because, well, I don't have a car. I don't know. Girl, Ava, let me tell y'all if you are watching the live feeds or following the TikTok videos of people giving breakdowns of the live feeds, baby, Ava is playing chess in that house. Ava is playing chess. Don't y'all sleep on Ava. Don't y'all sleep on Ava. Ava is playing chess. Right. Chuck said, but right there, the house should have known to get rid of Rachel. Right. If I was HOH, I'd nominate Jimmy, Rachel, and Lauren, 2 weaklings and a beast. I'm gonna be honest and say at this point, if I went HOH, and again, I'm on the outside looking in, I like Ava too. Ava's actually on my fantasy team. And I'm glad because I think she's definitely gonna be making some moves. Right now, it's not as she's kind of playing, she's not getting a lot of the attention, but on the live feeds, she is playing Big Brother on the live feed. She's definitely playing a great social game. If I were HOH this week, I would definitely put up Rachel. Rachel doesn't have a strong alliance. Like that whole nostalgia in the beginning of people wanting to work with her and people being scared of her, people being intimidated by her, people respecting her, it is starting to wear off. And I don't think you would lose anybody by putting Rachel up. I would definitely put up Vinny, because Vinny also thinks he's smarter than the average bear. He thinks he's smarter. Can we talk? We're going to talk about Kelly. You Chuck, hold on right there. We're going to talk about Kelly. And yeah, I will probably throw somebody out there, you know. Maybe I would throw Lauren. I don't know. Ashley's pissing a lot of people off, but Ashley has a strong social game. So Ashley actually does have a strong alliance behind her. So I'm not saying don't put Ashley up, but know that if you put Ashley up, you are dealing with a strong alliance. At least for right now, because she's linked up with Will and Mickey, Ava. Although I don't know if Ava's, aligned with them, but Ava's definitely, her and Will are close. Her and Will are real cool. So Lauren wins HOH, and immediately, she starts talking about she doesn't want to make anybody mad, and she's putting, she wants to put people up that aren't going to cause too many waves. Girl, then why did you win HOH? Like, you could have waited till later on in the season if you weren't ready to make a move, if you didn't want a target on your back. Like, history has shown that you can win Big Brother without ever being HOH. So, like, you don't have to be HOH. Like, girl, nobody made you. That's not, like, that wasn't one of those games where you couldn't throw it, where it wasn't like a timed game where you were like, damn, I didn't realize I had the shortest amount of time. Girl, you absolutely could have thrown that competition. So now you're HOH, and you literally immediately start complaining about you don't know what to do. So, of course, everybody is in her ear. Everybody's giving her, what, the this, the that, the who, the what, the when, the where, and the how. And she goes with, and here come Kelly. Kelly, we have had 3 HOHs, and you have volunteered to go on the block for all 3 HOH. Ma'am, why are you here? You said, well, like this week, I volunteered because I don't really have a strong relationship with Lauren, and now Lauren owes me one. No, she doesn't. Lauren doesn't owe you shit. You went to Lauren and you volunteered. Lauren doesn't owe you. She didn't ask you to do it. Why do you keep volunteering to go on the fucking block? And then complain block. Girl, you told them to do it. And for somebody like Lauren who doesn't want to make waves, you going to her, volunteering to go on the block, you have now given her the out that she was already looking for. That's one less person she got to worry about putting on the block. Then you put Will up. Why? Will, and again, I'm not saying that eventually Will need to go. That's great. But what? Why for? Will was just on the block. And then you had the nerve to go to him and give him this speech about how, you know, I really didn't want to put you on the block and you're not my target. Like, when y'all going to realize don't nobody want to hear that shit? When are y'all going to realize that don't nobody want to hear that shit? You're not my target and I don't, blah, blah. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Right, Kelly, you've made yourself an easy pawn. Everybody now is going to use you as their go-to because you have made yourself a go-to. Ain't nobody else volunteering to go on the block. That is stupid. Especially not 3 times in a row. It makes me think you really don't want to be there. It makes me think that you're a plant. It makes me think that you're not really there to play Big Brother, that you're some sort of production plant in the house because it does not make sense to me. Why you keep volunteering yourself to go in this, like, you clearly don't watch this show. Clearly you don't watch this show. So we put up Will, we put up Kelly, and we put up Keanu. And again, I understand why Keanu is on the block because don't nobody like Keanu. Like, if you look at the live feeds, nobody likes Keanu. Keanu irritates them. Y'all know what else about Keanu? Keanu don't wash his hands when he goes to the bathroom. That's nasty. And you know you on camera, which tells me that you're not even faking it because you know that that's what's accepted. You just don't care. You're nasty. Yes, Chuck. They even made a video about it on TikTok showing him coming out of the bathroom and walking directly past all 4 sinks and going back out into the house. He does not. Matter of fact, let me show y'all. Hold on. I'm going to show it to y'all. I don't want y'all to be like, really be, you lying. No, I ain't. Hold on. Let me show it to y'all. Mm-hmm. Where is it? I put it in the Big Brother group chat. Hold on. Here it is right here. As expected, Keanu has once again used the bathroom, completely bypassed all 4 sinks and not washed his hands. And there's a picture of him walking past the sinks after he left the bathroom. It's nasty. So Keanu, I understand why they keep putting Keanu up because Keanu is literally pissing the whole house off. And the problem with Keanu is, and this happens every season, Keanu is now going to become the veto beast, the comp beast. If he doesn't win HOH, he's probably going to be on the block. So either he has to be HOH or he has to win veto, right? And because of his physical, appearance, I mean, not appearance, but because of, his physicality, I guess I should say, there's a strong chance that every time there's a veto, he has an opportunity to win, right? But I do think that the first time they put Keanu on the house, I said on the house, put Keanu on the block, and he doesn't win HOA. I mean, doesn't win veto, he's going home. But remember, he has 2 chances to win. So the campaigning is going on with who's trying to save Will. I ain't seen a whole lot of campaigning to save Kelly, but it's edited. It's edited. Who knows? But it seems to be a lot of campaigning to save Will, right? Will has a strong alliance behind him for now. He has a strong alliance behind him. Ashley and Mickey, Morgan, and Morgan has the alliance with Mickey. So, but guess what I heard? Now, this is coming from the live feeds. I heard that Mickey and Morgan then fell out, honey. They said Mickey and Morgan then fell out. So I don't think that alliance is going into next week. Unless they done made up. Because, it is the Big Brother house, child. People fight. But before they done had a fight, they done made up. But I saw a video, might have been yesterday or the day before yesterday, child. They said they done fell out. And here's why they done fell out. They done fell out because Morgan is in that house acting a fool over Zach. I know they showed that there's like a little love triangle, but they ain't give y'all how deep that love triangle is. Morgan is really acting a fool over Zach in that house. Okay. Zach likes Lauren. I don't think Lauren likes Zach like that. I think she, whatever, but I don't think she really likes him like that. But Morgan likes Zach. And baby, they said that Morgan be stalking Zach around that house, and Morgan be getting attitudes with people for talking to Zach. And Morgan actually done told people not to talk to him because he belonged to her. I said, ooh. I said, okay. Now that's what I had heard down to the live feeds. So I bet Morgan confirmed that Mickey has the last advantage to Zach. Ooh. And that's why Mickey didn't need to tell nobody. That is why Mickey did not need to tell nobody, because now that 2 out of the 3 powers have been used, everybody is looking for everybody. Everybody is looking for everybody. And again, Morgan, to my knowledge, is the only one that knows Mickey has it. And that's definitely something in her back pocket that she can use against Mickey. Mm-hmm. Yep, Mickey told her about that advantage. Sure did. Zach is not Lauren's type. I don't really think Lauren likes Zach like that. But she's, she ain't gonna piss him off, obviously. Oh, something else I saw on the feeds. Rachel and them asked Lauren to be a part of their alliance. Baby, Lauren told them no. Because they want to go after Vince. And Lauren was like, I'm from Louisiana, near the town where Lauren is from. She will not bring home nobody that looks like Zach. Ooh, well. Ashley also needs to go because she doesn't know. She did not know who Clark Kent was. That was hilarious that she did not know who Clark Kent was. I was like, girl, go sit down so bad. So, I'm trying to lost my train of thought. So they asked her to be a part of the alliance and she said no. Okay, so back to the episode. So the Power Veto competition comes along and they have a movie, was it Bad Guys 2, which is an animated cartoon that, of course, everybody pretended like they knew and they loved so much. The only one in that house that I believe actually knew that movie was Rachel, because Rachel is a mama and she's a mama of young kids. The rest of them people, I don't think you a bit more knew that movie than The Man in the Moon. You might have heard of it. You might have even saw it, maybe somewhere along the way. But I don't think that all of y'all were these great fans. But that's okay. That's okay. So, of course, they had to pretend like they're such big fans of the show. And so the Power Veto was this, the laser beam, where they had to avoid the laser beam. They had to get the piece of whatever the piece is out of the safe, and then they had to take it back. And whoever had the shortest time won the POV. Well, Vince played in the POV. Of course, Kelly, Keanu, and Ashley played. And if Ashley won, she was going to save Will, which would have protected her and Will. Because basically their thought is, if Will comes off the block, Ashley is the next person that they think will go up. Because, of course, Ashley has had her share of conflicts, right? So Keanu wins. So of course we know that Keanu is going to take himself off the block. Okay. Vince, I'm sorry, that's what I'm saying. Vince had promised everybody, yeah, if I win, I'll take you off the block. If I win, I'll take you off the block. If I win, I'll keep noms the same. So he threw the competition. Like, he purposely did not want to win. But Keanu, baby Keanu was jumping over them lasers and rolling. Because I was like, how is his big ass? Because I already knew that Keanu had won the POV. It had been a spoiler that I had seen by accident. So I knew Keanu won. So when I saw the competition, I said, now how his big ass get through them damn lasers and get around them lasers and did it faster than like Ashley or Kelly? But that's because his ass was just jumping. He said, I ain't going under these lasers. I'm just going to jump. And I ain't mad at him because they ain't say you couldn't do it. So you can jump high enough to go over top of the lasers, baby. Do what you do. Make it work. I ain't mad at you. I don't know how long Will's time was, but Will wasn't even in the top 3. And the top 3 time was 10 minutes. Then I think the next time was 6 minutes. Then the next time was 4 minutes. Which means that, Will, it took you longer than 10 minutes to do it. Sir. You was also slow as hell on the play yourself off the block situation. I'm gonna need you to be in that. You said that you too old to be over there working out every day with the guys because you've been there and done that all your years in the military. You had to do that. I'm gonna need you to take your ass over there, and I need you to work on it. I need you to work on it because you're slow. Now, it was 10-7-6. Okay, thank you, Crescent City. Thank you, boo. So this whole debate about Ashley versus Adrian. And basically, Mickey broke it down to Lauren and was like, listen, at the end of the day, I understand you might want to put Ashley up, but Ashley has a strong alliance. So if you're really trying to not put blood on your hands for next week and have people coming after you, Ashley probably ain't the best decision. Nobody is fighting to keep Adrian, so put Adrian on the block. What up, El Teddy? Nobody is fighting to keep Adrian. Put Adrian on the block. And that's eventually what she ends up doing. She ends up putting Adrian on the block. Now, I did not watch the spoiler because I don't want to know what happened. But for those of you that want to see the spoiler, go down to the Tiki-Taki and just put in, Big Brother spoiler or whatever. Because from what I'm seeing, Ava did something last night that turned the vote. I don't know what it is because I really don't want to know. Plus, sometimes it's Big Brother. She might have done something last night, and by tonight, whatever she did has been undone. So I don't know what allegedly Ava did, but baby, they are calling down on TikTok. They are calling Ava. They're calling Ava, the MVP. They said she done turned it this week, and she done turned it. So I don't know what she did. And please don't write it in the chat. If you know what I'm talking about, please don't put it in the chat. I do not want to be spoiled. I want to see first, I'm going to wait and see if they edited in. And if not, then I'm going to go back and see what they were talking about. But I don't want to know right now. So what we saw at the end of last night's episode, which of course was an hour and a half long because they're determined to give us this hour and a half long episode on Wednesday. Keanu takes himself off the block and they put Adrian up. So whatever campaigning they were doing for Ashley worked, and Ashley did not go on the block. Adrian did. Now tonight we have Adrian, Will, and Kelly playing for the playback end. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all, I really think Adrian is probably gonna win it. It'll come down to Kelly and Will. Now, honestly, I don't know which way the house is swaying when it comes to Kelly versus Will. As an outsider looking in, Kelly need to go. And let me tell you why. Because I don't even feel like Kelly want to be there. Anybody that volunteers to put themselves on a block 3 weeks in a row tells me you don't really want to be here. Because there's no reason to do that, especially this early in the game with so many other options. The first week was stupid, but okay, Vince is your guy. You knew he was going to, or you knew he, to the best of his ability, he was going to protect you. You knew he wasn't your target. Okay, but you weren't his target. Okay, Stupid, but I see your logic. Last week, dumb. There was absolutely just dumb. Dumb. And I understand that Jimmy was going to probably put her on the block anyway because he knew she had a power, but it doesn't matter. You told him he could. And then last week, you volunteered again talking about, well, I don't have a great relationship with Lauren, and this way she'll owe me one. No, she doesn't. You didn't have a great relationship with Lauren before, and you still don't have a great relationship with Lauren. Because like I said at the beginning of this video, you volunteered. She didn't ask you to do her a favor and say, listen, I need somebody to put up. Do you mind going up as a pawn? And I got you. I owe you one. No, you went to her. That's like if somebody says, hey, can I borrow $20 versus me saying, hey, you look like you're hungry. Go ahead, take this $20 and get you something to eat. I'm not obligated to pay that $20 back. I didn't ask for it. You gave me $20. You said I look like I'm hungry, so here, go get something to eat. Versus me saying, I'm a little short, I'm hungry, you mind? Can I get $20 till payday? Girl, Lauren don't owe you shit. I really want Keanu to get HOH so he can throw his thing into overdraft and we can really get the game started. Listen, for as much as Keanu is irritating me, Keanu's playing the game. Right, El Teddy, I'm with you. Keanu is playing the game. As much as, and I know he's pissed off the whole house, and he don't wash his hands after he goes to the bathroom, which is nasty as fuck. But he the only one, and that's like last week when they got mad at him for saying he was gonna pick everybody off one by one. What y'all mad about? That is literally the object of the game. The object of the game is to be the last person standing. Just because y'all want to be nice to each other, oh, I'm going to take you to final two. Oh, let's get an 8-person alliance. The object of the game is to be the last person standing. So just because he said what all the rest of y'all are thinking, he ain't the bad guy. He is not the bad guy. Now, again, Keanu irritates me sometimes. Yes, he does. But he's not the bad guy. You think Mickey's power is going to backfire on her? I would have to talk to you and find out why you think that. Matter of fact, we need to have a live. We haven't had a live yet. I'm gonna have to maybe Friday. I don't know what everybody's Friday night schedule is like. We need to do a panel. Me, you, Angel, JB. Oh no, y'all did one. I just wasn't available. Y'all did one the night when I went out of town. So maybe we need to do another one this Friday. But his reason, the dynamic of the house is off. Oh yeah, no, listen. Keanu has the chutzpah to make some big moves. He doesn't have the game knowledge to make strategic moves. Does that make sense? He's gonna make some big swings if he gets HOH. They may not necessarily be the most strategic swings, but he's gonna make some big swings. But I think Keanu is being too aggressive and too indirect too early. Exactly. Yeah, I agree. Keanu is calling Rachel a floater. Did y'all see Rachel? I don't know if this was a clip they showed online. Sorry, y'all. I don't know if it was a clip online or I saw it on TikTok where Rachel was crying and Rachel was like, if I can't, what'd she say? If I can't do this well, or if I'm not good at this, then I don't have anything. What am I good at? Or what is my legacy or something like that? It looks like she was having a moment of, I came in here like the HBIC and I'm not making the impact I thought I was going to make. And if I'm not Rachel, Big Brother comp, Big Brother OG demon, I don't know who I am. And I hate that for her. I hate that she's put that much of her identity into this. I hate that. Hopefully Mickey could transfer her power to someone who or someone else who will keep her safe. I mean, again, I don't see how the power would backfire on her, but it, anything could backfire depending on when she uses it, how she uses it. But like, for example, if like I'm fine with her not using it this week to save Will. Like, I respect that. She has way too much time to use that power to save Will. And I don't mean that it would mean anything, but why would you use it to save somebody else instead of saving yourself? So I absolutely believe I'm fine with her not using it. But somebody that she knows for a fact is going to put her up. Yeah, I don't see how that would backfire. The only problem is the interview part, like the fact that she told somebody. Oh, that's what you mean. Got it, El Teddy. She already told Morgan she has it. People have already basically figured out that she has it. Got you. I see what you're saying. Yeah, now that part will backfire because she should have never told anybody. She shouldn't have told anybody. But honestly, at this point, yeah, it's only a few people that it could be. So yeah. So maybe she should have gone on and used it this week. I don't know. Because at this point, it can only be a few people because we know it's not the HOH. So we know it's not Jimmy, Keanu, or Kelly. We know it's not them three. We know it's not Will. We know it's not Adrian. We know it's not Lauren. Well, we don't know it's not Lauren because she won HOH, so that doesn't mean it's not Lauren. So that's 5 people that we know for a fact it's not. So yeah, I can see what you're saying though, because the longer it goes on and the more people that could use it but don't use it, yeah, I can see what you mean by that. That I see that. I could see that. Because the interview part is the part that's going to get her. Yeah, I said Kelly. Didn't I say Kelly? I might have said the wrong name, but yeah, Kelly. Because the interview part is the part that's going to get her. Because she should have never told Morgan. She knew that was part of it. I would have never told Morgan. And if somebody guessed, then sure, somebody guessed. But I mean, it could be Ava, it could be Zach, it could be Kathleen, it could be Lauren, it could be Ashley. Like there are still enough people that it could be, but she should have never said anything. Because then that at least there's one person that is like you. It would be a guess, and somebody might guess right, but at the end of the day, now Morgan sort of has something over your head. Her power is that she can take over the HOH, but the HOH has an opportunity to interview everybody in the house before, and they have a chance to guess at who it is. And if they guess right, then basically Mickey loses that power. So, it's basically wasted. Yeah. So there it is, y'all. So tonight we have our live eviction. So one of them is about to get out of here. Right, and like at the end of Traders, yeah. So one of them, out of those 3 is Will, Kelly, or Adrian. And one of them are going home today. We'll see who gets the playback in. I hope Will gets it. I mean, you never know what it's going to be. It could be a mind game. It could be a physical game. We know it's not we know whatever it is quick because they don't have a lot of time. So whatever game it is a game that somebody can win very quickly. How does she activate her power? I think after nominations, she can activate her power. I think it's after nominations. Rachel may no longer be the physical threat, but she's physically strategic as she has great reads. Great reads on what? On people? Yeah, but the problem is she hasn't been able to build a strong alliance. Like, at least from where I see, she has alliances, but she doesn't have, I don't know. It's so early. I don't know. Everybody's all over the place. All right, y'all, let me get out of here. I'm about to go to dinner. I'm meeting my bestie for dinner at 5. So I'm about to go jump in the shower and get ready to get out of here by 4:15. It is literally thundering. So I'm hoping that I don't get caught in the storm. She has to use it. Oh, she has to use it before noms. Oh, got you. So she has to do it before noms. So she's still taking somebody's HOH. Got it. Okay. I think she has to stand up and announce it like the other two had to do. They had to say who they. Oh no, you're right. She can't be the one to stand up because then they'll know it's her. You're right. So it has to be production. She would tell production she wants to use it. That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. She would have to tell production. Yeah. Going to this restaurant called Busboys and Poets is actually it's her favorite restaurant, and it's one of my favorite restaurants. So that's what we're going. We're going to Busboys and Poets. I love their Brussels sprouts. I cannot wait to go get me some Brussels sprouts. So, all right, y'all. On that note, I'm out of here. Talk to y'all later. Peace.